there for this read aloud, we are going to be reading another elephant's book. This one is by Avery Hurt. So it says, stomp around the African savanna, run around the forests of India, and take a mud bath just like an elephant. So in this story, we're going to be learning a whole bunch more information and facts about elephants. So I'd like for you to take a moment and think of what you've learned so far. We've read 4 elephant books in the last week. So this will be our 5th book. So you should have learned a whole bunch of different little things about elephants. So I'll give you a moment to think back to all the different things you've learned so far this week. All right, a few more times, just pause the video. All right, so what I'd like for you to focus on today as I'm reading the story is at least 1 or more facts about elephants, okay? Because later on, whenever we go to our journal, we are going to be writing a fact or 2 about elephants, okay? The most interesting fact that we can think of, all right? Let's get started. All right, right here we have a table of contents that gives us different information on what we'll be reading. We'll be reading Chapter 1, All About Elephants, page 4. I'm just reading the chapters. Chapter 2, Families, page 16. Chapter 3, Body Parts, page 26. Chapter 4, What Elephants Need, page 38. And then Where Elephants Live, page 46. So here's Chapter 1. Here's a heading. It's a text feature, photograph, text feature. All about elephants. An elephant is the biggest animal that lives on land. An adult elephant is much bigger than a truck and can weigh up to 14,000 pounds. Those are some facts that we can keep in mind, okay? Because we need to write facts here in a little bit in our journal. So, an elephant is the biggest animal that lives on land. That's really interesting. It can weigh up to 14,000 pounds. That's very big. A baby elephant is bigger than an adult cheetah. He eats a lot and grows more every day. It's another cool fact. There are 2 kinds of elephants, African elephants and Asian elephants. Although they have the same body parts, there are some differences. They are not the same size. Did you know that? I didn't know they weren't the same size. African elephants are bigger. So this is an Asian elephant, and this is an African elephant. Which one is bigger? The African elephant. So that's another really cool fact that we can maybe write down later. An Asian elephant has a rounder head with a large bump on top. See that? Not all Asian elephants have tusks, but all African elephants do. So not all Asian elephants have tusk, but all African elephants do. Here's a tusk. An elephant's tusk is like a large tooth. It grows as the elephant gets older. Interesting. This is a label. It's a text feature. African elephants live in deserts and plains where the temperature is very warm. They have big ears and wrinkly skin with many lines and folds. Here's a close-up picture of an elephant's skin. It's hot here. Wrinkly skin and big ears help. They let heat leave the elephant's body. Interesting. Another cool fact about about an elephant. Asian elephants live in shady jungles where there are plenty of trees and leaves. Their skin is smooth and their ears are small. Another interesting fact. So Asian elephants, they live in shady jungles and their ears are not big and floppy. They are a little bit they're smaller, and their skin isn't wrinkly. It is smooth. That's another cool fact between the 2 elephants. It isn't very hot in the shady jungle. Asian elephants don't need special body parts to stay cool because the African elephants do. They need the wrinkly skin. So remember right here. Wrinkly skin and big ears help. They let heat leave the elephant's body. Okay, we're not going to read that one. Okay, families. Chapter 2. Elephants live in family groups called herds. The oldest mother is the leader, but there are other females in the herd too. So the oldest mother is the leader. She's the matriarch. We learned that, I think, in the first book we read on Monday. Babies rest with their mothers. Other elephants make a circle around them. That keeps them safe. That's another cool fact. As the baby elephant grows, the females in the herd continue to take care of it. They protect the baby from danger. This is a cute little photograph, isn't it? A baby elephant can get stuck in mud. The female elephants pull the baby out. Because remember, they're very kind and caring. A baby elephant is called a calf. It stays safe by holding on tightly to an older female's tail. The calf stays close to the herd so it doesn't get lost. The herd often travels in a line. A calf holds onto the tail in front. Do you see that? So that's something new. Did you know that? Is that an interesting fact? I think so. When a male elephant gets older, he leaves the herd. Female calves stay with the herd. Some male elephants live alone. Some live with other males. Another interesting fact. We're skipping the your turn in this book. Chapter 3, Body Parts. Elephants use their big ears like fans to cool off when it's hot. They wave their ears to create a breeze. Interesting. That is very, very interesting. I didn't know that. They also wave their ears at insects. Then the insects fly away. I didn't know that. When elephants sense danger, they hold out their ears to make themselves look bigger. This frightens their enemies. Lions see the elephant's big ears. They are afraid. They run away. Look at that. Trunks are useful. They're like very long noses, but they can do much more than smell things. Elephants use them to scoop food and spray water into their mouths. Let me get out of the way right there. Elephants like to swim. They use their trunks to breathe while underwater. Do you see that? They're underwater, but their trunk is above water so they can still breathe. It's another really cool, interesting fact. Elephants also use their trunks to communicate in different ways. A mother wraps her trunk around her baby like a hug. Aw, that's sweet. Young elephants use their trunks to say hello, then play. So young elephants, they use their trunks to say hello and then play, and the mother wraps her trunk around her baby like a hug. Very cool. Something new I'm learning. So here is some labels and photographs. African elephant, Asian elephant. Let's see what we're going to learn. Elephants have fingers on the ends of their trunks. Interesting. African elephants have 2 fingers and they use them to grasp. Asian elephants have only 1 finger and they use them to scoop. So 1 finger and here's 2 fingers. Interesting. Elephants pick up small leaves and fruit with their fingers. Give me a thumbs up if you knew that. I didn't know that. That's something new I'm learning. Chapter 4, What Elephants Need. Since elephants are so large, they need to eat a lot. Hungry elephants spend many hours every day searching for food. Elephants wake up early to find food. They can eat up to 18 hours each day. Wow. It's a lot of food. Well, they're very big animals. Elephants are herbivores, which means they eat plants and not meat. They like to eat grass, leaves, and roots. We knew that. We read that before. Sometimes there isn't grass. Elephants pull down small trees, then they can eat the leaves. Elephants need to drink a lot of water too. Although the herd travels to find food, elephants remember where the water holes are. The herd returns to the water. Here they drink, splash, and play. So even though they travel a lot to find the food, they remember where the different watering holes are. So, interesting. Where elephants live, there are approximately 470,000 African elephants in the wild, living in 37 countries south of the Sahara. There are about 50,000 Asian elephants living in 13 countries throughout Asia. The elephant population has been in decline, but many organizations are working hard to save them. All right. African elephants are the purple, and Asian elephants are the green. So African elephants here in Africa, Asian elephants here in Asia. Very interesting. All right, that's the end of the book. Let's go ahead and think about the most interesting fact you learned today. I'll give you some time to do that. All right, I hope you thought about the most interesting fact that you learned today about elephants. On the next slide, you'll have the opportunity to talk with a partner about the most interesting thing you've learned so far. Okay, I hope you enjoyed today's Read Aloud.